guys, the Bears Fan 06 here, and today I have for you the Special Dungeon Maiden Texel Fighter Breakdown. This video is solely my opinion on the fighters of this current event, and if I let me go into it, keep clicking on it. So this one is interesting, and it's definitely not what we wanted. Alright, come on, go back. There you go. I ought to hit prize highlight. Did I not? How did I get the help? I clicked on how to play, I guess. Whatever. Alright, so let's get this started right now. If you want to scroll, doesn't want to scroll. This one's gonna be fairly easy and quick, guys. There's not much to it. Wow, thank you for finally scrolling, and the arrow's still in the way. Yay! What is this problem? It's really slow. So the first one we have is Roxy. Unfortunately, Roxy, guys, is pretty bad, like really bad. There's already an existing fighter. Let's just get straight to it because this fighter's not much to talk about. It's basically Torin, D.O.T, basically. So the difference is Torin is slightly better. So really, Roxy's attack fodder in my opinion. But HP, she's minus 138, attack minus 73, defense 737, wisdom minus 146, agility minus 253. To tell you honest with you guys, you don't see many people running around with Torin. They're mostly used for attack fodder. So your best bet, honestly, is probably to sell Roxy off, guys, and just buy a different fighter that's better. Really, she's pretty bad, pretty pointless, and we're just gonna move on. There's not much here, to be honest with you. It's a hero fighter that's really crappy. So next we're gonna move on to, this one's good for beginner players for sure. Valthoria. It's a preempt single target, which is awesome. We're gonna compare it to Astronaut, so let's take a look. So basically, Valthoria is a slightly beefed up Astronaut. Now we all know Astronaut is not very expensive because it's only really a beginner fighter. So Valthoria is mainly a beginner fighter as well. But over Astronaut, it has positive stats in every category. 546 more HP, 419 more attack, 284 more defense, 401 more wisdom, 1019 more agility. Its attack is what makes it not super good. It could be higher, but overall it's not a bad. The color combination is not horrible. I think it's okay. But overall, guys, it's basically an Astronaut. Don't expect it to be worth a ton. Just expect it to be slightly worth more than Astronaut, but not by much. But that one, really, guys, it's useful for beginner players. Now on to the guy that's really curious. In my opinion, is probably one of the better fighters, probably the best fighter of the event, and honestly it's a hero fighter, which is funny. Bomb Azhin, and there's a lot of debate about this guy. There's a lot going on with it, and if you really want to know more about this guy, so just going to defenderoftexel.com, going to the forums, going to the fighters, and find the fighter thread about this. It's already a ton of pages already. It's definitely worth a read if you're curious about this guy and you're thinking about getting it. But let's go to the comparison. So I'm going to compare it to Shag, and here's the reason why. It won't be worth as much as Shag, and not even close. And the main reason is Shag is a guru classified as a champion. In a champion dungeon, Shag gets a bonus, and when Shag gets a bonus, its wisdom goes up, and it gets to smack champions in the face and kills them real easy. Hence why Shag is worth a lot. But Bomb Bazin is really close to it. There's some slight differences. So Bomb has minus 1,820 HP, minus 13 attack, minus 1,045 defense, but it has 238 more wisdom and 463 more agility. Now here's what they're debating on the forums. So they're saying if you superfuse Bomb with HP fodder, you can easily get the 1800. It's a lot harder to get the 2338 with superfusing Shag than it is to fuse Bomb with HP. So that's where they're saying that's why people like Bomb. Now Bomb's downside is, unfortunately, he's a guru with not much speed, so in a guru dungeon he's going to get killed pretty easily in my opinion. But against champions, he's already faster than almost all the champions, to be honest with you guys, and he has the highest wisdom of any single target guru. So he has the highest wisdom. So he's amazing superfuse fodder for wisdom if you really wanted to. Now I don't know what this guy's pricing is going to be. I'm trying to at least get 3 to 4 of them to either sell or use one of them. Not sure what I want to do yet, but overall this guy is probably the best fighter of the event, and don't expect him to be Shag prices. We're not comparing prices, I'm comparing fighter type. like basically how they are. Shag has the champion edge bonus from the dungeons that makes him worth so much. Bomb does not. He has the Guru one and air, so it's a little bit different. But overall, he's slower, but he's still going to be faster than champions. They're meant to kill champions. Against other gurus, though, he will lose. He's too slow, in my opinion. Now, the HP is nice, too. He has some HP there versus other gurus. Now, versus Shag, no. Shag has way more HP. But if I would get Bomb, I would probably super fuse him with some HP. Either 2 to 3 fusions of HP and 1 of Wisdom. Something like that. Just off the top of my head right now. Obviously I need to think about it more, but overall I love Bomb from this event. That's why we're spending so much time on him. I think he's probably one of the better ones, and honestly the other guru that we're going to talk about at the very end is, in my opinion, the second best, which in my opinion the Guru Day is the best day out of the whole event, hands down, easily. But let's check out the other ones here. So the hot fighters, we're going to check out this hodgepodge of a mess that I can't even understand what it is. Trubhel. Let's just go to the comparison here because there's only one to compare it to. So what we're going to compare it to is its counterpart, the Snail, Bella. This one's really easy. They're literally the same fighters, except Trub is just better in every category. It has 667 more HP, 473 more attack, 549 more defense, 56 more wisdom, 71 more agility. If you like the Snail, there's no reason not to upgrade to this blob thingy. I personally am not a fan of it. I honestly don't care. I wasn't a fan of the Snail. I'm not a fan of him. Now, he will be worth some money. The Snail was worth a little bit as well. So if you get him, you should be able to sell him, which is nice. It'll help out newer players. Also, newer players, he does help as well with repay. For me, though, personally, not something I want. This guy is by no means fodder. He is a decent fighter because of the repay ability. So if you're looking for something with repay, this is your guy to go with. He definitely beats out the Snail easily. Next, we have this cool little mechanized wolf guy with 2 axes. Kant. Kant is unfortunately worthless in my opinion. I'm really tired of the 1 cooldown sting. It should be 0 cooldown sting, 1 cooldown sting all. Honestly, this guy's just worthless. But let's go to the comparison. I'm comparing him to Kito. Kito obviously is not worth a ton now. Granted, Kant's going to have more stats. He's 461 more HP, 705 more attack, 238 more defense, 146 more wisdom, 731 more agility. But he's a 1 cooldown single target sting. Honestly, guys, don't waste your time. Just sell him. It's just attack or agility fodder, in my opinion. Newer players, I guess, if you really want them, I just don't see him being useful. I personally would rather you sell him and buy the preempt single target guy instead. In my opinion, would be better than this guy here, to be honest with you. I prefer the preempt skill. Now, if he was 0 cooldown sting, he'd be so much better. But it was a 0. If it was a 0, he'd be awesome. Just the 1 cooldown, in my opinion, it's just not worth it. I just don't see it as a viable option, to be honest. And lastly, we're already on is Rolex. This little thingy here, I have no clue what it is. Void Walkers type thing, I don't know. Anyways, Rolex is Pyro All, so it's a ATG, Attack All Guru, which is awesome. So stats wise, let's go to the comparison here. So I'm going to compare them to Pineapple. So we got Rolex and Pineapple here. Stats distribution is a little bit different. So HP, Rolex has 1,379 more, 282 more attack, 320 more defense, minus 1,227 wisdom, but it has 330 more agility. This is the fastest attack all guru there is right now at 5,554. Beats out all the other gurus for the speed. Now it's slightly lacking in the wisdom department, but that can be fixed easily with super fuse fodder. Defense and attacks doesn't matter, basically no matter. Defense and HP is quite a bit different. That's why I like to see it. Me personally, I would take Rolex over Pineapple and Baldwin any day. I prefer Rolex's stat distribution better. Cool looking too. Now I personally have no need for attack all gurus, but this is a very good fighter, and me honestly, if I was redoing the video that I just made of attack all gurus, I would actually rank Rolex as #1. I like the stats better than Pineapple. Now, if you're ranking it based on wisdom, obviously Rolex comes in third behind Bullwin and Pineapple. It's ahead of Windle Rose, but I like the more HP and the 330 more agility. That's what I actually like more than the 1227 wisdom. I feel like you can get that replaced pretty easily. Now, granted, yes, Pineapple, you could put 1 agility fodder on it, and yes, it'd be faster, obviously. But for base stats, I prefer Rolex, and depends on how you want to do stat distribution for Super Fusion. Doesn't matter. It's up to you. But overall, I do like Rolex. So this event, I think, like I said, the Gurus, I think, win it. I think Rolex and the other Guru, Bomb, are the best. Cant is horrible. Trub is good. Trub is good. You were looking for a repay fighter, a counterattack to one enemy following a skill attack. This is your man here. This is the best repay there is right now. Like I said, we already talked about Bomb is good. Valthuria is definitely a good preempt single target for newer players. It's going to be fairly cheap, which is awesome. And Roxy is just super fuse fodder, guys. This one is just crap. So that's it for my fighter breakdown, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video for me, please. Subscribe, favorite, and share.